Hi guys, I'm Justin and welcome to McKinney Designs, and in this video it's something that I've never thought I would actually do, is unbox a product for you guys. Now the reason why it's prompted me to do this is once I received the parcel I was pleasantly surprised and very intrigued. Yeah, all of that all in one, and I said, hang on a minute, this needs to be opened with the viewers so they can see what I see, and there's no wool over anybody's eyes here. Now, long story short, I was contacted by this company, very professional. There was sort of no strings attached, no money passing hands sort of thing. I'm not really into that kind of thing. If it's that kind of gave me a warm fuzzy feeling, and I didn't look at any of their websites or any of their products about an hour or two before I've actually shot this video, and again I think that is good because I was pleasantly surprised by the layout, the presentation, and the physical products that they offer. Very surprised, hence why we are here today. Now I present to you the Hoto Tools. Now this is a 35-in-1 Rotary toolkit. As you can see, that the presentation, it is somewhat very stylish. It's very modern. I have never heard of this tool before. I have never seen it before, so it is very new to me, and I'm sure it is very new to a lot of you guys out there. The only thing I can compare it to with the tools in my arsenal is the Dremel 8220, which is probably the same sort of aspect. It is battery operated. That's obviously from first impressions, it looks battery operated, that kind of thing. It is very well written. Obviously the writing, it's very clear, it's concise, and again it's surprising from where it's come from. I was very skeptical, and so far so good. So let's dive into this, let's open her up and let's see what's inside the box. So what we're presented with here is quite impressive. It's very sort of like iPhone style packaging. It's very clean, it's stylish, and then the write-up itself is plain English. It's clear, it's concise. There's no spelling errors that I can possibly see. It does claim a unloaded rotational speed of between 5,000 and 25,000 RPM. This is very much similar to the Dremels. This is 240 grams in weight. Obviously gives you all your battery, your charging parameters, and then the contents of the box. So there's a storage bag, we've got accessories, we've got a dust cover, we've got a pet nail grinder, charging base, charging cable, and a user manual. So let's get into this and let's really see what this is all about. So very interesting. Ooh, make it happen. Read there. That's interesting. Nice presentation. Internal box. I like that. That's quite smart. Nice little carry bag. Again, that's very stylish. I like that. That's quite smart. Very nice feel to that. It's nice and compact. It's clean. It's very minimalist. That's what I've noticed about this tool. It's very minimalist. Wow. How impressive. It's not as small as what I thought it would be. That is quite smart. Okay. Lovely feel in the hands. So you've got your locking tab there to lock your collet, so you can change out your burrs. Now that looks like the same size burr as the same size collet as the Dremels, the 3.2mm. Obviously on and off button. Nice and quiet. Ooh, that lights up. That's a nice feature. Okay, let's have a look at the rest of the items that are in here. So this is your dust cover. This looks like the the nail grinder with all the different sizes. Very clean, I like that, it's really smart. Now I've never used any of these type of things for my pets. Now that might be nice to use, especially I normally use the shears. I just tend to use that as quick and easy. I'll take this as the charging base. Again, nice and simple. It's a USB-C. Very, very clean, I like this. Very, very nice, it's very impressive. Now these are quite smart, wow, okay. So from that can literally be hung up as that is. You can probably add a whole range of these. Just looking at the back and how these clip together, they clip in together like that. Very clever. Look how clean and sleek and minimalist that is. That's very, very smart. Now, different colors, I'm not sure what that's for. Let's have a look at the yellow one. Okay, so now that's the tool. Very, very same little spanner as the Dremel. You've got your spare collet, things with sanding discs, and your little grinding disc as well. Okay, these look to be sanding and polishing, and a nice diamond tip cutting disc there. That's very handy. Very, very handy. That's cool. Okay, you got your little brushes, little wire brush, you've got a sort of nylon brush, and then you've got your sandstones if you're polishing. And these probably engraving tips, yeah. Okay, so you've got a range. I see you've got a drill bit, a 3.2mm drill bit, a diamond tip, ballpoint burr. You've got a cutting burr, which is not exactly ballpoint. You've got a sort of a triangular one, so there's a few burrs in there for you to use as well. So that is quite smart, fits in there very nicely. That is really nice. Okay, so user manual, nice and small, and then your USB-C for your charging station. So now, just having a quick skim over the manual. Again, it is written very, very well. Plain written English. It gives you all the rotational speed regulations. Nice. Okay. So you've got speed settings from 1 to 5. I'll just try and see what sort of speed setting that is. That's 5. That's probably go 5,000 increments. Then it gives you all your accessories and your instructions for each of those accessories. So now that's, especially for a beginner, that is quite handy, and it helps them understand what these items are used for and their best uses. And there's the safety warnings, tool care, and troubleshooting at the back. Nice. Okay, so far really, really impressed. Now let's get this little guy plugged in. It's really nice weight to it. So on the base you've got your sort of charging points there for a sort of nice charge. Now let's go through the settings here, the speed settings. Let's just secure this collet, so make sure that's nice and secure. So that drops in nicely, just like the other Rotary tools. So let's get that nice and secure. I'll turn this. It's very quiet. I like that. It's very, very nice. There's not a lot of vibration in this motor either. And that's at full whack, 25,000 RPM, unloaded. Impressive. And that fits beautifully into that little charging stand there. So I suspect it has to go in a certain way, yes. So with the sort of little marker there, in line with your button, the 2 points there, I suspect that will be the case. So we'll get this plugged in and see what that does and make sure that all works okay. And we'll just give this thing a little test. Okay, just wanted to demonstrate that it is charging now on the base station there. And I did suspect that if you do not orientate this in the right way, it'll stop charging like that. So it needs to be facing the little marker in order to charge. As you can see, the light is pulsating right now. So according to the manual, it will be a continuous white when it's fully charged. When it is below 10%, it is red, and then I think it starts flashing when it's below 5%, so it does warn you when you need to charge the tool. Righty, looking at the tool from a user's perspective, now this takes a regular 3.2 millimeter burr, and these are readily available, you know, across the market. The locking button works exactly the same as most rotary tools. It just locks the collet in place so you can loosen it. Just uses a regular 10mm spanner that's also included in the kit. Obviously not this one, but they have a small little tool that's included. I just like to use these. I just feel a little bit better using that. And what I've noticed on this tool is you've got 3 sort of cutouts here at 45 degrees. You've got 2 in the front and you've got 1 centrally at the bottom there. And when holding this in your hand, it has nice little edges here, that sort of raised edges. Again, that really seats the fingers and your grip. It feels really nice and secure in the hand, and I still feel like I have a lot of precision when needing to do some fine detail work for engraving or any sort of polishing that I might be doing. It does feel nice and secure in the hand. It's not overly heavy, 240 grams. And let's just turn the girl on. I like the fact that there's a light there. It does light up your work somewhat. I suspect it's not super bright, but it is better than nothing, I suppose. So one thing that will be interesting over the course of time is whether these brushes wear out and what that does to the motor. Now that is something that I've been very conscious about. So there is a turning symbol there as well. So that's probably the orientation or the rotation of your motor. Let's just check if that is correct. That is correct. So that gives you the rotation of the motor. So yeah, the brushes are something that I would be quite interested to know if they are able to change that. I have multitude of different Dremels, and I do a lot of work with my Dremels, and I do change my brushes from time to time because, you know, these motors can't run forever, you see. But if you're doing small little tasks around the house, this tool will probably last for you many years without you even having to think about brushes. So there is that as well. So if you're a person like myself who does constantly use this tool, or a rotary tool like this, you will be changing out your brushes quite often to keep the motor running smoothly, and just the use of the motor. It is a very lovely tool from just having it in my hands. It looks very versatile for things around the house, around the workshop. And one thing I've noticed is you've got a little dot there and you have a little keyway there. That will help you secure and line up, you know, accessories such as your dust shroud there, and then it feels nice and secure when it goes on, which is nice. That just wiggles off. And again with your nail trimmer, again just line that up. Seats nicely, you can feel it nice and secure, and that just turns. It's got little keyways, and they just lock into position when the relevant size is needed for your pet. And there is a viewport there for you to view how much of the nail you are grinding away. So that's quite handy. Again, I've never used this on a pet before. I just use cutters. I've never even thought of using something like this, but I suppose this is quite easy as well. So from another standpoint, once you're cutting the pet's nails, it keeps all the material captured inside here. So once all the material is captured in there, you just take that off and you can just basically just, you know, put that in the bin, which is a nice little feature. So overall, I'm quite impressed with the quality and the style of the tool. The next stages will be to physically test the tool, the longevity of the battery, how long that lasts, just how rugged and tough this tool is, and really put it through its paces and see, you know, what it can do. For little jobs around the house and around the workshop, I suspect this will be perfectly adequate and handy for things like that. If you're going to start doing sort of, you know, more heavier duty tools, I would always recommend having a hardwire tool such as a Dremel 4300 or something like that. You don't really want to put these particular sort of battery operated tools through that sort of hard work. It's not really good for those particular tools. Rather choose a tool that is more suited for the job. So that being said, I'm very, very impressed, and I'll give you the price and my final thoughts at the end of the video. So final thoughts, the Hoto Tools 35-in-1 Rotary toolkit was really impressive from the word go. Straight out of the box, very stylish, very modern, very sleek, which is nice. What sort of setting? I would say it would be more for a sort of a home setting and maybe very, very sort of small jobs around the workshop. Anything more durable and more hard-working tool, I'm not so sure. I'm not convinced yet that this will probably go that way. So, but we will put it through its paces and see what it does. And hopefully it will surprise us yet again. So this comes in under £75. Most other tools kits are of this particular style. The battery operated rotary toolkits are about £100 and up. So this is competitively priced. You do get quite a bit for your money here. Again, it's versatile, it's user-friendly, it's very, very easy to understand. The instructions are clear, they're concise, and what's not to like about it so far. So let's see what she can do over time. We will put this to the test and I will feed back this information back to you guys. In the meantime, if you have any comments or suggestions or anything that I may have left out, please let me know down below. I'm very, very active on YouTube and I'm always watching the comments, so please let me know down below. If you have any other suggestions for any questions for the other tools that I may have tested before, let me know. But by all means, thank you so much for getting this far in the video and all for the amazing support all the time from you guys. I really, really appreciate it. And we will definitely see you in the next one.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.